Hello, my name is Selena and today's video is RSI. It's a very beginner friendly video and hopefully you can take something new from it even though it's been talked a lot about it. I started trading 7 years ago and I'm a part-time day trader, swing trader, and futures trader. And the reason I started all these social media things to help people and learn things that I wish I knew. RSI, it is not talked enough about it or explained correctly about it. Everybody understands the 70 and 30, so we'll go over that. What is RSI? RSI stands for Relative Strength Index, RSI. So the formula goes like that. So we're RSI, which is relatively strength, average gain divided by average loss, right? So from 0 to 100. I know it's math, it's boring, but it makes sense why people use the 70 and why people use the 30. People look for reversals and they consider between the 30 and 70, they consider that as a neutral zone. Let me make this a little bit smaller so you get to see what I'm talking about. So that's what usually you're gonna find in all the basic videos. But I would like to break it down and more than anything to show you how I use. Right? It is a beginner friendly one. It definitely could be used, but I believe it should be used the right way. So let's see what we have here. We have Apple. And Apple is very high traded, very high volume stock. So let me remove this and I will explain to you in a second what I'm doing. So in your study group, you can add your RSI and I'm going to hide this one just for a second. Okay. So the bottom right here, you see RSI. When you see the blue, that means it's like ready for reversal for the upside. And when you see the red, it's like most likely sold off. But if you strictly go off this, we're looking at a 4-hour chart. So check this out. If you start looking here, because it's over 70, you're looking for shorts. Let's see if that really worked out for you. If you're going to take this zone where it told you to go short, right? If you completely only use this one indicator, it's not going to give you the best entries. The same thing here. It says it's all were sold. So let's do, you see that's the same timeline. Let's look at that level. Well, if you went short in that area, you might be waiting for a minute. Still waiting. Can you see that? So if we listen completely just to that, RSI, it's not gonna give you a good entries. Can you see what I'm talking about? So now how do I use this? Remember the thing I removed it, the 200 moving average. Let's apply it and see what we can see now. So now that I see it's below here and it has to drop to 200 moving average. If you guys want a video about that, I'm more than just ask me and I'll do a video about it. But you see, it's like a magnet. When it goes too far away, it goes back. So I would be more comfortable when it's further out and it starts curving up. See, but if you go short right here, see that? Can you see that? You're gonna be in a lot of pain. Can you? And now that it's reached the ultimate high, right? It says that now it's at 50. When you add other indicators, not indicators, but like other technical analysis, like volume, the 200 moving average, the VWAP, you have a better entry. Does that mean that it's short? No. Can I go long? Yes, because I'll be like, okay, the buyer's exhausting. I'm going to wait for pullback. And it's above the 200, so it shows the strength. Remember, it's a strength, relatively strength index. So it's meant to show you the strength. And you have to do some calculations yourself too. So alone by itself doesn't work. Can we do it on a day trading? Yes. So let's see what it looks like in 5 minutes. So it changes every time you change your time frame. So that was today. Let me change my tool. So that was today. Right, so it looks like it's gonna be sold off. See, you can't you can't completely go short of it. Did it sold off eventually? It did, but if you're trading options, that's gonna be really, really painful with your time decay. For me, it's more like I should be trailing my stops at this point. Right, I should be trailing. I should be trailing stops. That's how I use it, and you see how far it is. It shows the strength is over 200. Moving average, we have a big volume candle, and the blue one is also volume. Shows the volume. So I could be happily trailing my stops. All right, so let's go look at example of Nvidia. This is Nvidia to reporting now tomorrow. Let's see. Okay, so let's go back the same way. Let's go back to the 4 hour. How we did before. Alrighty. So in this case here, yes, right? So it was oversold, is below the 200. Okay, you could be more confident adding, but we don't have the volume yet. We don't have the strength. Even though the RSI it's low, but the strength is still not there. It's still not there. And if you went long just based on this one, you would have been in some pain. If you buy the stocks, that's fine. See, if you bought in this area, you didn't get your confirmation, right? So we always look for confirmation for the strength. The candles are bigger, the strength is coming, not completely till we have. And now here, you'll be like, okay, I should go short because the RSI is completely red and screaming. The thing is that people do not talk about it is that strong stocks will pull back, will even out the RSI, but it could be oversold for a long time because the strength is still there. Did it pull back? Yes. And see, it bounced off of the 200. So you can add here to your position, or maybe look for your shorts to exit if you enter shorts for here. Right? So you can't just use it by itself. Just because someone told you the 30, which is right here below 30, and then the 70, short right away, like, I don't want to say don't listen to them, but okay, I'll show you. Let's go one more Tesla. Those three are really high traded ones. Lots of volume, because it's another thing we have to look at volume. So Tesla been under a lot of pressure, and like, okay, so I want to get some Tesla because he reached the almost 500. My picture is covering, but RSI right here is screaming, so let's go long. Well, let's go long. Well, let's go long, because RSI, no. You guys have to do a lot more technical analysis than just that, right? See how it's keep using this as resistance. Not till we have found the support, we try to break it, and maybe then. So patient pays. I always say, like, being patient, it pays your bills. Rushing into things, if you buy stocks for longer term, yes, you can consider that. Let's go do it on a daily chart. Let's see how that works. And you see, like, if everybody would use this and would try to get rich of it, like, wouldn't that be a magic wand? All right, so here it says go long, but if you in options, you will have some time decay to pay. Right, so I like to look for confirmation before I take the reversal. And like, having realistic expectations. It's also lagging indicator. It's no magic in it. Does it help with the interest? Yes, definitely helps. So that's the aftermarket. When you see, okay, that was today. See, I actually today on Discord, I took this trade. It wasn't a big trade. It was, I want to say 34% on options. And what made me enter? Because I was seeing some support. Was the RSI out? No. Did I go in here? No, because I saw a lot more sellers coming in. And it is below the 205 minutes too. So hopefully that helps someone. And hopefully, like, you guys see that you can completely rely on just the one indicator, or you just learn that 30 is like for sure go and 70 for sure sell. No. What really helped me with this RSI is because it's lagging, I have some time. I prefer to use it on the bigger time frame because I get to see like how much more the stock can go. Should I start trailing my stops? But it doesn't have to be complicated, you guys. It really doesn't. So VWAP is important, support is important, and this is what I do every morning. I put a watch list together for the most probabilities that could happen. And it's still up to you which stock you're going to choose and which stock you're going to buy or sell. I just put on my watch list the highest probability of the momentum, to catch the momentum. If you have any questions, thank you for making all the way through this long video. Hopefully that helps someone and you can implement the RSI as a tool, not necessarily rely on it 100%. Well, happy trading, everyone. Please let me know if you have any questions.